I don't know why I'm not visible online. Let me try and troubleshoot. It's already live. It's displayed live. If you can hear me loud and clear, please let me know. Yeah, Timothy Oyindamola, I can see you. Okay. Yeah, I can see you. Oladapo Rukayat, I can see you. I, I can see you. Do the question. Answer the question. Only the options. Just paste it under your comments. Paste the correct answer under your comments. Okay. Let's go to the next four questions. Next four questions. Okay, only three can be displayed. Okay. This question five. Okay. One cause of antibiotic resistance. The option include sleeping early, finishing a healthy meal, misuse of overuse of antibiotics, drinking of cold water. Whichever is going to be the option, the correct option, just paste it in the comment section. Why should biologists learn Python? Why? A. To become musician. B. To better handle and analyze biological data. C. To avoid laboratory work completely. D. To replace all biology system. Whichever one is the correct option, just paste it in the comment section. Okay. Question 7. Python is useful in biology because it can help with data science, data analysis, automation, visualization, and all of the above. Whichever is the correct option, you have to put it in the comment section. Another one, which is question 8. Which fields link biology with computing and all data analysis? Is it anatomy? Is it bioinformatics? Is it botany? Ecology? Whichever one is the correct option, please indicate it in the comment section. We have just 5 minutes to go in this section of pretest. Okay, and don't forget that pretest is just to test your knowledge before we actually we actually start the exam, the real lecture series for this semester. Okay, you want to know what your debt could be by the time you are starting. You want to know, and so that after some time we'll be able to know whether it's just like if you want to boil your yam. Okay, you start at you start no matter the amount of heat you apply initially is still going to be, you might not even feel the difference, but after some time you begin to see it will be moving from warm down to hot to red hot until you are not able to. So the same thing we want to do in this course. This is bioinformatics. It's not only in this course, for other courses too. I am still going to do that as well. The first lecture is going to be like this. Okay, number 9. Okay, DNA is important because it contains only protein, biological instruction for life, only bacterial toxin, or the color of blood. Which one is the correct option? Please just indicate. I have like 3 or 4 more minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Don't forget we have 20 questions, and I've already displayed question 1 to 12. Question 1 to 12 is already displayed. So, okay. Artificial intelligence can help biologists, but don't forget that these questions, all these 20 questions, were extracted from the 5 videos at EduInteractAI. I gave you the link in the morning, and I asked you to watch them. They are short videos. In fact, we have some that are less than 1 minute, so that shouldn't actually take. So we are starting the bioinformatics with pre-assessments, pre-term assessments, pre-term assessments. So, and that is what we have done. Okay. So today we are going to make use of 3 or 4 different materials. 3 or 4 different materials. Okay, immediately after this MCQ test, I'm going to start with the real lecture. We are going to the real lecture. So the first one is still going to be a very short video. You have to take note of that. Then later on, after the video, so I'm going to start the lecture, so to say. Okay. What is a likely use of Python for a biologist? For some of you that will still be interested in learning Python, it is going to be free of charge. At least for now, it's going to be free of charge. There will be a time I will ask you to re-register. The other time I said you should register, only few people showed interest, and at a point in time, nobody showed interest again. Okay. Then you can also get some of these my courses. You can get them, you can download them directly from the website eduinteractai.org. Okay, then they are also available for sale on Udemy. It's available for Udemy. If you are buying it from Udemy, you are not going to buy it. They have their own price over there. Then you can also get some of them at my online stores. So you can easily go there and check. Okay. Already question 17 to 19 is okay, 17 and 18. Let me say 17 and 18 is displayed. I have only two more questions to display before we move to the next session. Okay, question 19 and 20 is already displayed. 19 and 20 is already displayed. So just post the correct answer. I want to see it in the comment section. Post it there. So everybody, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the lecture series. So, and this lecture series, I want you to uh, have this knowledge at the back of your mind. At the back of your mind. Under normal circumstance, today we are going to talk about Introduction to Bioinformatics lecture. That is what we want to talk about today. But before we talk about that, there are prerequisites. There are certain knowledge that you are supposed to have had even before now. Your knowledge from your elementary knowledge from cell biology. You must have to know the difference between eukaryotic and prokaryotic organism. You have to know and learn about informational molecules, that is the DNA and RNA. When you are talking about the DNA contains four nucleotide bases, which are adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. If you look at this, and you should know that the structure of DNA is a double helix. Is double helix. You can see it is spiral, the double helix. And you should know that C will always bond with guanine. Guanine, that is C to guanine. And the uh, bond, the hydrogen bond between guanine and cytosine is a triple bond, whereas adenine to thymine is a double bond. I want you to know and take note of it today that the more the GC content, the percentage of guanine and cytosine in any organism will tell you how stable that organism could be. How stable. So that is to tell you that if you have two organisms, one is having the percentage of GC content is 50%, another one is having 64%. So you expect that that of 64 is more stable than that of 50, that of 50%. That is the stability. So the guanine, pairing of guanine and cytosine will always give or confer a special stability to the organism in question. So we will learn all this by the time we go on. So, but you should know that DNA, the first thing you need to know that is that DNA is the blueprint of life. Inside the DNA is life. Outside it, you cannot talk of life any longer. So what you are saying is that life is inherent. Life is inside the what? This double helix. Time will fail us to tell us about what led to the discovery of the shape, the composition, the structure of DNA. All these you must have learnt them in your elementary schools. That is at when you are still in HND1. I mean ND1. You should learn cell biology. Okay. Then another thing is that RNA. So RNA is single-stranded, and there are three types of RNA. The first one is transfer RNA. The second one is a ribosomal RNA, which is this one. like a factory. It's ribosomal RNA. And the one that is like this piece of ribbon is what? That is messenger RNA. Okay, you need to know that. So if you are talking of informational molecule, don't forget that bioinformatics. So that is the biological study or computational studies of biological informations or biological what? Data. So we will learn all this. So in this course, four things should be inherent. I mean, you should keep four things in mind. Number one, DNA is the blueprint of life. The RNA is like the messenger. There are three types of RNA. And RNA is single-stranded instead of it to be double-stranded. And it consists of where thiamine, you have thiamine here. It also consists of four nucleotide bases, which are adenine. Adenine, instead of thiamine, it is replaced with uracil, cytosine, and guanine. So you need to know that. Then the third molecules, macromolecules that you must also know as informational molecules, are the proteins. Proteins are fascinating. They are made up of 20 amino acids which are linked together. So the sequence of these amino acids and the types of folding will tell us or will predict what is going to be the structure, what is going to be the function, the way they link together. This way the amino acids are linked together will actually give us, is going to send some certain information across to us. So you should know that. So connecting information, so you should know that under normal circumstance, DNA consists of a ribose sugar, which is a deoxyribonucleic acid, deoxy, that is removal of oxygen. That's why they call it deoxyribonucleic acid. So this is just what you should have learned before now. Okay, now I told you, I want you to see this video. Okay, watch this.
Class notes are essential for studying. Today, biology significantly relies on data-driven methodologies. DNA sequences, protein structures, and various analysis tools. The big question we need to consider is
Okay, so just like I said, we are starting with introduction to bioinformatics. In this course, it is expected introduction to bioinformatics. The course is actually meant for beginners, And this lecture is going to help us to be able to see at what level of PDF, PowerPoints, and interactive exercises, just like what I did now. We'll do a lot of exercise, we'll do a kind of discussion. So, and the prerequisite is that you are still at your first year biology student in higher institution, and no coding is allowed. I mean, it's not a prerequisite. It's not that you need to go and learn coding. No, you don't need to go and learn coding. What you just need to do is you are just a first year, okay? And by the end of this lecture, uh, you should be able to achieve the following objective. Number one, you should be able to define bioinformatics and what are the functions in modern biology. Then you should be able to explain the relationship between biology, data, and computational tools. So what do we talk about in biology? If you want to recall what you learned in the videos, you see that biology is beyond just wearing lab coats, laboratory benches. Is beyond that now. Now you talk about analysis of data. You talk about computational analysis using of scientific and computational tools. You'll be able to see it. Then identify key bioinformatics tools that are useful in medicine, genomics, and biotechnology. Apart from that, you should be able to understand basic bioinformatics tools. For example, how can you navigate? How can you do mini projects by the use of NCBI? That is National Center for Biotechnology Information. We'll learn about this. Then BLAST, that is a basic local alignment sequence tools. You learn it. Protein database, you'll be able to use all these database. You should be able to use them. Then recognize career opportunities that are inherent in bioinformatics and quantitative biology. So just to tell us, what is bioinformatics? Bioinformatics is the use of computers to help us understand information in living things such as DNA, proteins, and genes. For some of us that did genetics, you will know the difference between DNA, genes, and chromosome. You will see that genes are segments. They are small segments in the DNA. So that means bioinformatics will combine biology. The area of biologies that we'll be dealing with include DNA. We'll be talking more about DNA, about RNA, about proteins, about genomes. And in the area of computer science, we'll be talking about algorithm, database or databases, then sometimes coding. All these they are only needed at the advanced stage of a bioinformatics. It's not needed at this because you are beginners. Then statistics, you don't need too much of a computer and statistics before you know or learn about a bioinformatics. So we are going to see more of this. Now, going back to this is going to be the Bible for this semester. I want to believe that everybody must have gotten this. If you have not gotten it, was a time this was actually given to us free of charge. I think for 48 hours, only few people downloaded it. And for those of you that still want to get it, that want to download it, is a must for you to have. It's I want to call it a manual, practical manual or whatever. It's just like a manual, a kind of guide. So you need to have it. When you go to the online store, the link will be pasted later on in this place, so that it's better you have it before it is this. So then this course is organized into 10 to 15 modules. I discuss it in 10 to 15 modules to make it homely to us, because this is still a beginners course, so beginners level. Module 1, we'll be talking about bioinformatics, and that is what we want to discuss today. Bioinformatics. Then after that, why bioinformatics matters in modern biology. So you must have been seeing a lot of videos that I've been posting on the social media handles, tools, computer tools to learn about biological data. You see, every day, uh, every time data are being generated. For example, now, this same way I am talking to you, data is being used. Uh, Data is being used. Every work, every energy expended, data is generated. Data is generated. So how can you analyze the data? How can you manipulate the data in order to be able to make very informed decision for you? Okay, so that is what we will do tonight. Okay, so what is bioinformatics? So actually, I wanted to put a kind of prompt so that we'll be able to know more about this. So if you don't know how to use ChatGPT, it is better for you to know how to use it. So ChatGPT is what we will be making use of often and often from time to time. Okay, I want to use ChatGPT to generate and create an easy to learn timelines and milestones. That is, the next question is, when we know, after we must have know what bioinformatics is all about, the next thing is bioinformatics a new course? Is it just starting, or it has started long time ago? And why is it that it is the biology, or it is the modern day language of all biologists? Don't forget that gone were those days. I used to tell you, gone were those days that it is only you find computers only when you get to the bank. So that means only bankers were fit to use computer by then. But nowadays, if you are a biologist and you don't know how to make use of your knowledge, if you don't know anything, how to apply artificial intelligence, how to make use of computer programming, computer tools to be able to analyze your data, honestly speaking, that means you are still far beyond. So I want to use ChatGPT. I want to tell ChatGPT to tell me, generate and create an easy to learn timelines and milestones. So timelines and milestone means what? History. So let me prompt it. So I want it to create an image for me like that. Okay. So, and it is, oh, this prompt is incomplete. Okay, let me reprompt it. Create an easy to learn milestones and timelines of bioinformatics of bioinformatics. Okay, bioinformatics. So let's continue. Let us continue here. Oh, now we'll go to the first thing is that introduction. The first thing is that many biological students nowadays, once they are entering into biology, once they are being admitted for any biological related courses, the next thing is they will just think biology is all about drawing cells. It's all about drawing. How many people ran away from biology because they did not, they say, me, I don't know how to draw. Gone were those days. It is only like that. So many people also ran away because they didn't want to memorize pathways. Krebs cycle is what drove so many people away. Glycolysis, it drove them away. And the Mayoff pathway and some other pathway, once they come across like that, they will just run away. So many people actually ran away because of number one, drawing. They think biology is all about drawing. Number two, some thoughts is only you just have to memorize different pathways. I remember in those days that Krebs cycle during our days, just we just draw Krebs cycle, we draw it by our bedside so that any time before we go to bed, we recite the Krebs cycle, we learn the Krebs cycle, and anytime we are also coming out of bed, we also. So that was what biology was actually meant for that time. Then so many people ran away because of classification. Mastigophora, and so on and so forth. Chiroptera, all this botanical name or biological name is what actually drove so many people away. Then some thought it was writing about lab. So if all these are part of what you still believe in this modern world, that biology is about drawing is about memorizing pathways, is about learning classification and writing laboratory reports, my brothers and sisters, that means you are not what? You are not in tune with the dictates of the modern biology. But within the fourth year, something becomes clear. Biology today, please underline this word, biology today is no longer simply wet lab and microscope. In this short video you just watched, biology is more than just a wearing of lab coats. It's not about pouring acid, or it's not about culturing. It's no longer like that. So biology nowadays is a data-driven subject or data-driven course. So that is why biology of today will be talking about DNA sequences, RNA expression, whole genome sequences. That is, if you pick up the whole organism and you want to know the alphabet, the whole alphabet that make the whole organism, so you can synchronize it, you can generate it. Then you learn more about protein structures, then you learn more about the microbial community. I told us in the first semester, I told us about in ecology, microbial ecology and evolution, that microorganisms they have tend to change with changing in their environment. So now the question is, who analyzes all the data from DNA, all the data being generated every time, every seconds within an organism? Data are being generated. So all this data, if nobody knows how to, we have already gotten it more than enough data. When you pick up Mycobacterium tuberculosis, the whole genome of Mycobacterium tuberculosis is about 5.5 million base pairs. 5 point something million base pairs. That is alphabet. So all these are so enormous that it varies from species to species. It varies from location to location. It varies from the habitats, one habitat to another. It varies from one host to another. So all these are too enormous if nobody can make meaning. It's just like when you are combining, you disorganize alphabets. You did not, when you write A B C D till A to Z, and you do not combine it to form any words, you just discover that nobody is going to make any meaning out of it. So one of the reasons I can read now is just because we are combining those words together to make and inform, to send us signal, and that's the reason why. So in this modern biology, you should be able to work with DNA. You should be able to analyze data that is coming from DNA, RNA, whole genome sequencing, protein structures, microbial community, because it is when you understand all this in terms of you are already speaking the language of biology. So the question becomes, who analyze all this data? This is where many students feel confused. So many people run away. Once they say bioinformatics, oh, they will tell you that you are going to start speaking in tongues. Genomics, computational biology. So we say, I ran away from computers. I ran away from statistics. I ran away from mathematics. And bioinformatics is just too technical. So many people, anytime they come across this word, genomics, computational biology, artificial intelligence in medicine, genome sequencing, precision medicine, all these are what some people will have to do what? They will run away. But you don't have to understand how this connects. But they do not understand, those people, they do not understand how all these people, how this uh, list of words, how they can connect together to make this. So that confusion, because many people are confused, it has created a lot of gap. It has left a kind of gap between those people that know it and those that do not know it. So one of the reasons why most students struggle, one of the reasons that people still run away today, is that bioinformatics sounds too technical. Too technical. So many people they've already made up their mind that I cannot know this course. I cannot learn this course. So they will just run away. Especially anytime you hear that you are going to make use of a laptop, you are going to make use of data, so many people will just run away from that. But some people also believe that coding is only meant for computer scientists. Oh, not for biologists. No, that is a kind of a misconception. That's one of the reasons. Then I told you, so many people ran away because of fear of mathematics and statistics. So, and sometimes this field is poorly introduced at undergraduate level. Let me just tell you that only few institutions now that still offer this same course called bioinformatics. So you are being so lucky if you are a student of bioinformatics today, because it is a very rare privilege. Not too many people that knows about it. Not many professors, not many PhD holders, not many undergraduates, not many postgraduates, not so many people. There are so many people that the only biology they know up to today is the biology of drawing, biology of pathways, learning pathways, memorizing pathways. The biology that they know is just biology whereby you just be wearing lab coats. Biology of manipulating microscope. That's what they know. So all this cannot lead us to anywhere, because bioinformatics is the newest of this. And that's why I told you earlier on that you should not take bioinformatics as a course. It is a career. It is a career. It is so many. I've just sent some links to our WhatsApp group. I just sent some links. You get many opportunities. That's why if you will even make any good thing out of this course, make sure you get certificate for it at the end of the day. So yes, bioinformatics is one of the fastest growing field, fastest growing field in life sciences, not only in Nigeria but globally. So once you have certificate, once you can tell anybody that you are offering bioinformatics, they they will just be looking for you. So what this course will do, this course here, I prepare this course content in order to simplify bioinformatics to our understandable level. There are so many examples that I used in preparing this my lecture notes that is going to come to your own level. It is for beginners. It is just for people that want to learn. It is for the people that are still very curious about it, about learning. So, and don't forget that I said this course in my this course lecture notes, I remove fear of coding. If you are so uh, passive, if you are so passive, at the end of the day, you don't want to learn coding, you are running away from statistics, you should know that you don't need to go and learn big coding. You don't need to learn big, but you have to start small. Once you start small, you are smart. At the end of the day, starting small make you smart. And if you do not even start at all, that means you are so much unwise. And before you know it, you are already getting faded. Okay, so how many people want to how many people want to just employ somebody who is just a biologist? There are some people that even think if you are reading biology, you cannot end up, you can only end up in classroom. No, not really that. If you don't want to end up in classroom, make sure you learn something that will distinguish you, that will make you unique, that will make you tell others that see, I've gotten what not too many people have gotten, and that is what is going to single you out anywhere you get into. Then uh, show clear career pathways. In this course, it is not only going to end in the classroom, it is also going to will also prepare you for the future. And that's why there is a kind of a career, and that's why I titled this course that 4 years career plan if you want to be a bioinformatician. And this is just the first one. So then these handouts or this digital product connect bioinformatics with medicine. If not because of bioinformatics, COVID-19 would have wiped us away, because it was the use of bioinformatics that we were able to get vaccine for it. Tuberculosis has been with us for more than 100 years. Up to more than 100 years, we were not able, up to today, we have not been able to develop an effective vaccine that can actually tackle or solve the problem of tuberculosis in adults. So what we have is just BCG that has been with us more than 100 years old, and up till now we don't have it. But COVID-19 came in 2019, and by June 2020, we have already gotten vaccine that could be used, that we use to be able to do what against COVID-19, and that's the reason why. So that's why I said in this course, bioinformatics connects with medicine, drug design, not only that, antibiotic prediction, antibiotic resistance prediction. Then also connect bioinformatics with microbiology, connect it with genetics, and connect it with artificial intelligence. So don't forget that I told you that if there's anything that is universal now, if there's anything that is reading, if there's anything that is trending now, it is artificial intelligence. And that's the reason why they believe that artificial intelligence is going to create billions, not millionaires. It's going to create billionaires in the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years. It's going to make people to be billionaires. Internet made a lot of people to be millionaires, but artificial intelligence is going to make many people that care to know, people that are moving with the trend, to use artificial intelligence to be able to do it. Even just small business, if you don't know how to use AI tools now, honestly speaking, you won't be able to, won't be relevant the next 3 to 4 years. In those days, CorelDRAW, we spend time drawing, learning how to hold your hand, learning how to combine colors, learning how to do. Now, within a matter of 1 minute, you can see where, when you use AI will just generate everything to you. Well, within matter of this. Then this course material is going to as provide you with early start strategies for first year students, so that by the end of this course you should be able to understand what bioinformatics truly means. You should be able to see how bioinformatics connects to your degree. How can you make use of bioinformatics to in your area, whether you are environmental biologist, you are microbiologist, whatever biological sciences that you are. Once you are in the area of life sciences, you will be able to see the relevance of bioinformatics to you. So if you are still living in the past and you still think biology is still going to be, you need to learn how to draw, you need to learn pathways, you need to memorize them, you need to do the traditional way of doing things, reading, going to the physical library, go and read, you memorize, you at the end of the day. If you are still living like that, that means you don't want to live the traditional way of learning biology. Then you should be able to identify career opportunities. In the flyer I sent to you on the WhatsApp, there are different categories. You could go into the area of drug design, that is in pharmacology. If you are talking of vaccine design, that is also in public health, and so on and so forth. Then you should be able to learn, know the basic tools that you can use in order to be able to, in bioinformatics, we are going to start using all these tools. Don't forget what tools are. Many of us, we don't know what tools are. Do you know that ordinarily, if you don't have any tool, ordinarily you might not be able to even lose your be able to change your tire. If you don't have the right tools, you won't be able to change the tire of your vehicle. If you want to change it, if your tires should go bad, so if you don't have the basic tool, you just discover that it's going to waste your time, it's going to waste your energy. And that's the reason why that everybody, you must be able to learn basic tools in bioinformatics. So all these are very, very important for you, and we will learn it. And what are these tools? All these tools are nothing but artificial intelligence tools, AI tools, machine learning tools, deep learning tools, and this is just nothing but the language of nowadays. That is the modern language. Then you should be able to have a roadmap at the end of this course. You should be able to have a roadmap that even you can be a computer, you can be a bioinformatician in biotechnological industry. You don't want to go to biotechnology, you can say, okay, let me go to pharmaceutical. If you don't want to go to pharmaceutical companies, you can say, oh, let me go to oil and gas. Whereby you'll be talking about environmental degradation, environmental pollution. All this one, we make use of bioinformatics. We will see it. We'll see how bioinformatics, you can use all these tools in environmental biology. We will see all this. So you should be able to have a kind of roadmap at the end of this course. And I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you that you should not miss out in any, especially all the practical classes that we are going to do. The practical class, we call it, is not practical per se, it is hands-on. Hands-on is what you will be able to do even by yourself. Yeah, you can look for more videos from last year. You can check any of my past videos on bioinformatics, where you can talk about hands-on. Okay, we will practicalize all this with basic examples, a kind of case studies, and so on. We're going to practicalize. We'll do mini projects. We'll do a lot of this. So that is that. Then what makes this fashion? What makes this uh, lecture note? What makes it so different is that number one, most of these materials are most of the introductory materials are not too technical. Hmm? There's no way every course has its own language. That is, it has its own technicality. But these material are not technical. Then assume prior programming knowledge. So there are some that in this one do not actually tell you that you have to go and learn basic programming, C++, R+, Python, and all this one. No, you don't have to learn all this before you become a bioinformatician. Although you are going to come across all this one, but it doesn't actually have to be that you have to go and start learning it, learning big code, learning programming, C++, Pascal, and all this. That is not it. So then most of the topic, most of the textbook that you see outside there, in fact, some of them they focus only on theory. They focus only on theory. Some are too technical that they will just be making use of all this. They are big grammar, genomics, proteomics, metabolomics, all this one. Whenever they are pronouncing that name, is even enough for people to even run away. Then there are some that we just introduce a lot of programming knowledge. Then some will focus on this, but in this fashion prepared by EduInteractAI fashion, it uses a very simple global English, with relatable analogies. It connects directly to careers. So that is why I'm telling you that don't see bioinformatics as a course, see it as a career in which you can specialize in it. Even when you after your school, you can specialize in it. You have job opportunities that you can get. Then it also introduce AI integration. By the time you are doing bioinformatics, you will make use of a lot of AI. So you don't actually need to go and say, oh, before you be able to learn bioinformatics, you need to go and talk about artificial intelligence, go and learn it, no, you don't need it. Then this type of this ebook encourage practical exploration. Just like I told you, we have a lot of practical section that we are going to do. So so we don't just explain bioinformatics, we position you for it, we prepare you for it. It's not a matter of maybe we just explain what we want to. I want to make you to be ready for the future, be ready for the future challenge, so to say. So the other time because I was not too specific, that's why it is not generating this thing to me. So let me now generate it now. Generate and create an easy to learn timelines and milestone of bioinformatics. So that is that. We are already coming very close to the end of the lecture. I want to believe that you must have learned one or two things today. Don't forget what I've told you today. We started with the very brief assessment. So after that, we look at what bioinformatics is all about. What are the position? What are the opportunities of bioinformatics? And I've told you that gone were those days that you see biology as being biology of drawing, biology of learning pathways or memorizing pathways, biology of only wearing lab coats, biology of culturing, only culturing and nothing more, biology of classification of organism, classification of vertebrata, classification of anura, classification of, no, that was uh, in those days. Nowadays, we have a lot of AI tools that you can you will use now that is going to give you make it so easy for you to know classification, to know classification, to know draw a lot of things for you as if this is just a textbook. So the biology, my bioinformatics is not that you need to go and learn coding, you need to go and learn statistics, no, mathematics, no. What you need to know is just position. Start small, start today, start learning it today. So, and that is why I want to give you an assignment. What I want to give you is a take home. The take home is that I want you to, okay, yeah, I'm going to send these materials to you. These materials to you. This one is free of charge. The other one that the digital notes that you need to buy is this one that you need to buy. Is on my seller store, and it is still going to be available in the other online store as well. So I'm going to send you the link. Already I've created that link, the one I said before. So okay, if you still follow that link, you will still get there. Okay, now let's see. You can now see the history of bioinformatics. So look at it. So bioinformatics started in 1970s. 1970. You can see what computer. So what they did was first DNA sequence analysis. They used this computer to do first DNA sequence. Protein databases were established. That was in 1970s. In 1980s, that was when gene bank was created. That is, we will still make use of a gene bank up to today. So, very soon, gene bank database for DNA sequences only. That is, any sequence from anywhere. If you are looking for any information about DNA, just go to gene bank. Okay. After that, 1990 started with a Human Genome Project. Okay, Human Genome Project. So then in 2001, that was when human genome was sequenced, which was said to contain 3 billion bases. So that was when we have the complete draft of human genome, which was published in 2010. This was exactly what happened. Next generation sequencing. That's where we started talking about whole genome sequencing, and we have it up to today. But from 2015 upward, that is the era of data, big data and bioinformatics. That was when bioinformatics now gained popularity, and that was when people started learning bioinformatics. They started to talk about seeing biology from different angle up to today. And the future, just like I told you, is the era of genomics and precision medicine. So, which is going to lead us to personalized medicine. That is, if you have a paracetamol that is being produced in the future, the paracetamol is not going to be meant for all, not drug for all. It is drug for you and for you only, not even for your family. That's what they call personalized medicine. We will see more of this in this course as we go on. So I'm going to send you this material. I'm going to send you this material, and the other note I said, I'm going to send it to you in the group chat. So once again, I really want to thank you for your listening audience. We will still continue with